Game Jam time! 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 Hey guys, it's Game Jam time! There is this really good YouTube channel that I really like, led by Shrek himself, that posts videos about developing green games that are in green. And recently, he announced that he will be holding his second ever Game Jam. I was always intrigued by doing a Game Jam myself, but since I sucked at basically every part of, well, life, game making included, I never really had the balls to do it. This time though, I approached my good friend Madlemon, and he agreed to give this whole Jammerino a go. And so I signed up for my first Game Jam ever. The theme of this game was revealed to be limited space, which I thought was a really good topic for my first ever Game Jam, as I myself am very limited in many ways. And indeed, we came up with the topic for the game within 5 minutes of brainstorming. Well, technically Madlemon came up with it, but I was the one who agreed to doing the topic, so in my eyes, the topic is as good as mine. We decided to make a point-and-click puzzle game where you would have to seed characters to accommodate their preferences and avoid their annoyances in limited space in front of your TV. The reason we decided to go this direction is because we thought this mechanic would be easy to implement. Easy. We started off nice and slow with some simple character sprites, only took 8 hours to make, and the code for seed assignment, also took 8 hours to code. I was mostly in charge of the game visuals, that's also why the visuals work so much better than the mechanics of this game, wink wink, but I did some more simple coding and debugging as well. My Game Jam co-creator agreed to make a cameo in this video and talk a little bit more about the fascinating process behind all the complicated code that went into this game, for which I am very thankful. Please, Madlemon, take it away.
Here we have abstract classes called plus and minus with unimplemented method called solve.
Boring! Shut up, nerd! Enough of that. Let's get back to the interesting, juicy stuff. The sprites. Apart from the versatile characters, I also created the furniture, a very nice mini fridge, some chips, or crisps if you will, a bottle of alcohol for all my fellow peeps out there who have also given up, a very cute doggo, we named him Not Stolen from Google, if you know what I mean, a beautiful self-explanatory door, which later served as walls, a TV, and another door as well, and some other stuff like the floor or this cute little icon. I then took to creating the main menu, which is often overlooked and left for last in these jams, but I wanted to do something special about it, so that already the first thing you see is eye-catching and draws you into playing the game. So I created this, and then simplified it into this. Yeah, I know, could have literally made this in 5 minutes at the end of the jam and not waste any of my time in the middle of the development. But hey, well, actually, not quite. We managed to get a big TV celebrity from the popular TV show The Apprentice to do a voiceover of the story for us. A story which I wrote for the game, by the way. And not only did he agree to do the voiceover for the game, but also agreed to come as a guest on this video and tell us a little bit about why he decided to take part in it and what he thinks about the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Donald Jingle Trump. Hey Donald, thanks for doing this and coming on as a guest. How are you doing today?
Hi Crap Games, I'm not doing that well with all this rigged voting going on, but thanks for asking.
If you say so. So what made you want to be a part of this game?
Well, I thought since I'm no longer president and do not really have anything to do in my spare time, that I will at least try to stay relevant by appearing on your immensely popular YouTube channel.
Ah, it's very sweet of you to say. Thanks. Now, do you think the game deserves to win, or at least be in the top 10?
I believe that this game should win the #1 spot simply for my appearance in it.
Well, I wholeheartedly agree with the notion of that statement, though for different reasons. Thanks for coming on as a guest, and don't forget to vote 5 stars for the Please Be Seated game on itch.
Don't even mention voting to me, the whole voting system in the United
So
States.
that was
is
Mr.
totally
Trump. Now, let's move on. Now at this point, it was already late into the Sunday evening and half of our stuff wasn't done. I mean, my stuff was all done, well before this point. All these sprites are looking beautiful in our scenes, but I cannot say the same thing about any of our mechanics. We only wanted to do this over the weekend because both of us are in full-time employment, so there was no way we could have given it enough work on Monday, even though technically we could because the game jam finished at 8 o'clock UK time and my job finishes at 6, so I still would have had 2 hours to go. But since the game was not working at all, I decided to pull a typical Western company owner move, even though I do not own the company I work for, and outsourced all of my Monday work to the Indian guy on my team. Always so happy to see me. And that gave us enough time to finish the mechanics, remake the main menu, add a tutorial screen, debug all the bugs, and by all the bugs I mean 15% of the bugs, and by 15% of the bugs I mean 12% of the bugs, and by 12% and managed to submit the game the same way I submitted every single one of my university papers. Half done, filled with errors, and 18 minutes before the deadline. Only once we submitted it did we realize that the UI doesn't scale well, and unless you play it in 1080p, the UI is scattered all over the place. But no time to finish that. Now the only thing left to do is create 54 alternate accounts and go rate every other single game 1 star, while giving our game 5 out of 5. Haha, just kidding, you can do that. Trust me, I know you can do that. If you are interested in playing this broken thing, feel free to do so on my itch page. I'll leave a link in the description for the more adventurous of you to experiment with. At some point it should also be available on Google Play Store, although I'm not too sure on the date just yet. Congrats everyone who managed to finish the game in time and submit it to itch. Well done you. Thanks ever so much for watching. You can subscribe by clicking here, or watch 2 of my previous videos by clicking here. You can follow me on social media down below in the description, still not relevant enough to put in the video. Or you can leave a like and make my life just that tiny bit happier.